Still holds, huh? Virgin territory here. Jake's already sweating.
Yeah, it's hot.
Probably, I bet burning one down don't help.
Marlboros and Mountain Dews.
But we're about to go get, this is the first time that I've ever done it. I don't know, maybe the first time Jake's done it. We're up here in Illinois and about to get this borderline stuff in. We're maybe a little bit late, but it's we're gonna do a test run on our place me and Jake got down south here and just see what it does. It's pretty wide open country down there. We don't have a lot of cover, but hoping by the end of the day we fix that issue. We'll go into more detail when we get down there, but it's gonna be a full day here. You want to just load this bucket up with some of this seed?
Yeah.
I'm about to map it out on Onyx, and I'll just figure out what it is. What we're gonna say, we're gonna do 12 foot.
12, 16 foot, and just cut the center.
So what is that? 3 of those wide?
Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 passes all the way around this.
And then we're gonna do one across from the lock on.
Yeah.
Just this side of the lock on.
Yep. And keep everything contained there.
All right. I'll map it out so we know exactly how much seed we need.
Yeah, I'll have to leave this gap to get through with the planter, and then we'll have a gap down there.
Right by the stand.
Yeah, but we'll just probably plant it and then drive through it.
Yeah. And like I said, then we'll plant the back corner heavy, and then have a trail coming from where they're coming.
Yep.
Coming out of that corner. So we're trying to do, as you can see, it's wide open. There's another fawn right there.
Yep. So this will be 400. Yeah, we're gonna need quite a bit of seed.
So they're saying to the bag, you got quarter acre, which is 12 foot by 300 yards by 12 foot wide. So we're going this whole rectangle here, square block, we're going to plant on both sides. We got corn, which is going to help, but to keep the deer secluded, and up here we'll kind of dive more into what we're doing just on our entrance and exit on being able to get in and out of here. But there's not a ton of timber here, so we're trying to help the deer feel a little more secure and have a little more bedding. And it helps us too come in and out. Try to hold deer. So we're looking at, I just measured it all out, 0.54, so 0.6 so about 1.3 acres, the whole thing, this whole piece here. And this is calling for 5 bags for this whole piece. Pretty much what this is, like I said, this isn't, you know, this is mainly just for protection, hiding stuff and making the deer feel safe to where it's just, we got a county road out here, you can see this. But we're kind of double dipping on the fact of trying to seclude this field to make the deer feel more comfortable and safe. Also use it to our advantage. I guess you'd say triple dip it, because make the deer feel safe. We want to get easy access in and out to not be seen, and also try to use it a little bit to push the deer in front of the deer coming out to a certain area. Or if we have little lanes or trails where we know they naturally, we got about 3 spots we know they like this coming in this field, we'll leave those spots bare, or where they're going to come in here and plant. Use farming equipment where they're going to have to make a road, like by the lock on, they're going to have to get to this other spot because they're going to plant this with beans. And when they use that, they're going to come through the center line here, and it'll be a crossing right there by the stand, the lock on we got that we hunted. And such a good spot. But this is all sun hemp, grain sorghum, German millet, Egyptian wheat, high gain sorghum is the most of it. But it's supposed to get 10 foot tall, so we will see. This is a first. Hard to believe, here we are, 3rd week of June, and this full-fledged deer season planting going on. You see, that's our highway of a trail deer have been using last year, and our lock on where we hunted straight across over there, and we had seen them coming out of this, obviously on trail camera and in person. But we had our biggest problem here is we have like no trees hardly at all on our side of the fence on our property, so it's been tough to get up in this corner until we had a big downfall up here, deadfall, lightning or something struck. I think we can get a ground blind underneath that, or maybe get an elevated ground blind, possibly some tripods, I don't know, but we got a good spot. Actually, it fell in a perfect spot right on this little knob. Just, it will be about 40 yards to the fence, or to the corner where they come out, and all this will be beans here. And then, but we're gonna neck our plot down, or our borderline, we're gonna neck it down to right here, to where we originally were going to cut it down, but we're just on this corner to let them come out, but we're just gonna not plant the corner. So it ought to be one heck of a little pinch point that they're already using, but we're gonna try to enhance it. So we're about to get to spreading. That was wild. If you can see it, there's our stand there for me and Ethan hunted. Rattled the deer in, almost got one killed there, but these deer are using this gap naturally right here from field to field, but they're sure enough out of using now that we got this stuff surrounding them to where it's gonna be a jungle for them to get through unless they use these little spots we're creating. But this stuff doesn't have to be too deep. This tiller did good, you can see, but it's just calling for just barely being under the dirt there. So we got a little high-tech drag that Jake's designed with a pallet. Got making the last run here, and then we'll be done. But sweat equity at its finest. The first official Midwest Intel camera set. This is hopefully our lucky corner here. We left this hole about a 35-yard semicircle here, not planted in this Bigtine, so hopefully it pays off. But we got all our lines in that we wanted to plant on the edges, and we'll see. This stuff is some fast growing stuff, so even on this camera here we'll be able to tell what it does. But hopefully something shows up. We've gone here in about 4 or 5 hours. We've prepped it, we've planted it, and we've covered it up, and so all we need is a little bit of rain. But it's been a good day here. Got another few more cameras to put up, but hopefully this one, if history repeats itself, which I don't know if he's still alive, Mr. Bottle Opener deer we hunted, but he walked this trail many a days. Maybe something here. Maybe his brother will show up.